Live with Brandon Mason.
And we're back in the building today. We got a lot to dive into. As you guys know, it is a Monday.
Live with Brandon Mason.
Whoa, holy hell. Sorry about that, people in the building right now. We're back in the building. How to get the remix on the people in the building right now. Brown University. Wow. Suspects now released. Let me tell you something. People said, look, suspect obviously was in custody. Then they said, look, what do we got going on to let the guy out? We got people in the chat. We got a lot to dive into right now to go into. I'm your host, Brandon Mason. I'm here with the crew right now, Vaughn.
Hey, it's a serious conversation, but first let me say, fly, Eagles, fly.
Eagles did their thing, right? Vaughn in the building. Hey, James, how you feeling in the building right now?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy his Philadelphia Pigeons are doing well. And
the building, let's go. We got a lot to dive into, man. Let me just tell you something. And I got some stuff on here. I had that volume up because I'm going to show some clips today. I'm going to show some stuff about Brown University. I'm going to show stuff about Bondi Beach. We're talking about some laws, some weapon laws, things going on. We're going to dive into a lot. Security, armed campus. Listen, the Brown University suspect had on the thumbnail, it said he has been picked up. He's in custody. And now all of a sudden, we get new reports this morning. People in the chat, if you're watching live right now, put Brown University in the chat. How you feeling? Welcome to the show. People in the building right now, are you watching this? Are you paying attention to what's going on? I'm going to show some clips right now. But before I get into that, I'm going to say this. You got college campuses all around the world right now feeling threatened. Wow, James, you know I'm feeling like people right now are threatened. Sending your kids to school at a little age is one thing. You're still worried sick. Then you send them off to college. You're like, hey, you're 18, sometimes younger. You're out of my house. Good luck to you. We provided you everything we could do. You're out there in the real world right now. And a lot of people, James, are freaking, they're upset, bro.
yeah, this is one of the probably shittiest things that we have to deal with in our time. The sending your children to school and worrying about a school shooting. I think that's one of the worst things.
Dude, can it get, honestly, it can't get any worse than this.
Could always get worse.
I mean, think about, the thing that happened could get worse. But what I'm saying is you send your kid to school, you hear a school shooting. You send your kid to elementary school, you hear there's a school shooting going on. You don't know what happened yet. You're getting the updates, you get reports. Hey, there's a school shooting right now. What's going on? I don't know. No one called me yet. Principal's not going to pick up the phone, just call Brandon Mason on the phone. Here's what's going on. They got the FBI. They got the police. They have to keep things silent. They can't say anything. They're locking doors. My kid likes to roam around. I'll be honest. He likes to be out and about and doing stuff. Something happens. He's going to be like, hey, what's going on? He's like, take your ass back in that. He's at the zoo today. And I'm worried sick him at the zoo because, like, we got to go there because he's going to go, oh, check this out. He wants to be funny. He wants to be cool. Hey, look, I'm close to the animal. No, look, keep your ass over here. You know what I'm saying? You know how, you know what I'm saying?
B?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to be near shit. I get it.
Yeah.
But you know, let's dive into this right now. I got clips I want to show you.
This is why Harambe got killed. The eight,
Rest in peace.
He jumped. One of the kids jumped into the thing, or he fell into the exhibit.
But I'm saying that's what I'm talking about. I worry about it for a lot of reasons. People in the chat right now, how the hell are you feeling in the chat right now? Drop your states in the building right now. I'm getting ready to show you something. You're watching live, baby. Smack that like button. Get ready to enjoy this. I'm about to pull up some pictures. I got some videos right here. I want to show this clip first and foremost, people that said, what happened? Let's give a quick little recap first as we dive into a lot of the new information. I'm going to pull it up right here on the screen. Let me pull up YouTube and get this video started here. Take a look, people. Let me turn the damn volume up so you guys can hear why I play this real fast.
Good morning. Well, this morning, Brown University remains under lockdown. There is a shelter-in-place order still in effect here at Brown University, as now we are at 14 hours into the manhunt for this person, a person of interest believed to be the shooter responsible for killing 2 Brown University students and wounding 9 other students while he opened fire in a classroom during final exam period. Now, this video shows the suspect dressed in black. He's walking calmly away from the scene, which is inside the Barris and Holly Engineering Building. Police do not have a clear image of his face, and they say he may have been wearing a camouflage mask.
He could be in his 30s, but we're not positive. That's our first inclination. He's unidentified, so we don't know if people may be helping him or not at this point.
Police have been evacuating students and.
So I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that in just a second.
From that video, how can they even tell he's in his 30s?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to get to security in a minute because the way that they do things, even when we had the whole thing with Charlie Kirk, right? And it was like, what happened? well, they got this guy, this shooter, this, that. It's like, okay, why did they arrest this guy? Wasn't that guy? Arrest this guy, wasn't that guy? If someone just starts yelling that they did it, you're going to go after them, obviously, right? But the point is, they get a guy, they bring him as a suspect, hot to trot.
Just a person of interest.
Yeah.
There's a difference between suspect and a person of interest.
But when they bring him in,
He's just a person of interest.
yeah, but that, come on. They don't just bring some person. Okay, so let's say this.
If I told somebody that you had something to do with it, even if you didn't, now you're a person of interest. They have to come question you. They got to bring you in, all of that stuff. When you're a suspect, they usually have some type of evidence.
So, yeah. No, I get it. But the point is, when we hear, hey, they got the person of interest in there, right? Typically, I'd like to believe at that point, hey, they got somebody pretty serious. Because if they just go, hey, we're going to pick up this guy randomly, this person might have something to do with it. They got someone in it. The security team has to go, I see the video footage. I see this guy, height, size, whatever. He's leaving the scene. You see, they got him on camera. They see the shooting. He leaves. Then they get someone out there that's like, hey, this is the person.
Well, they got to get somebody.
Saying,
they got to get somebody in bed. Could you imagine being the police chief
That's
over
what
there
I'm
right
saying.
now? And this, one of the biggest differences between this and other school shootings, what's the biggest difference here, everybody? It's an Ivy League school, right? So this happened at an Ivy League school. Could you imagine the pressure that the police chief there is under? They need to have somebody in there. The whole nation is looking right in his direction.
They're watching this shit right now.
Everyone.
But here's the problem. When I think about this stuff, they get a guy behind bars, but this is different because this is just someone they brought in that they think might have something to do with it, right? They bring him in, he's got something to do with it. He's in the facility, then they go, oh, we release this guy. Do you know how many people when they heard they got the guy a person of interest, like, ooh, I feel better now, walk around the campus for a minute, right? Nope, release him. Oh shit, guy's still out there.
Yeah.
Like, let's think about that for a second, Fee. Like, they got a guy, girl, don't know, right? In their mind, we got somebody. Who did it? We don't know yet. Usually it's guys, so whatever. But
him from the frame of that person in the video, you know it's a guy. Well, nowadays you don't know.
You don't know.
But most likely that's a guy.
But they get somebody behind bars, or they get someone in the facility or in the building, or whatever you want to call it.
And that's the only footage they have? Like, that's the only footage?
Look, the only footage they got is basically this guy walking and leaving the area. Now that person is out.
So there's no cameras around that whole campus.
I think this is the best camera they got of him. Now I'm sure there's other footage you can get, like, oh, he's there. But that's where they zoomed in. They said he had a camo mask on. Excuse me. I'm gonna roll these clips here. I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna roll these clips here while I have it pulled up while we're talking. Let me just turn the sound down so it's playing there on the side.
And Big Brother is better than that. They could follow him everywhere. They could follow him back to his house. So they should.
They probably do, but they're just not releasing it yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're just reviewing it all. They want to show their hands to everybody.
But they don't want to show their cards.
Yeah.
Right? Hands, card. I get it.
But that's what I'm saying. They should be able to track this guy down.
Yeah.
Because.
But that's what I'm saying. They got a person of interest. So I'm thinking in my mind, regardless if they got the right guy or not, we got a person of interest. What do you think? You're on campus. Woo. Go outside now. Because you don't know what this person's doing. How about this? Say they're attacking a certain race, right? Now you're like, wait a second. If they're shooting black and white people out here, just saying, right? Say they kill, suspect kills 3 black and white people. Oh shit. I'm in my house now. I don't know what's going on. What are they joking to do?
Yeah.
They got a guy, suspect, person of interest. Whew. Feel better. Going to get the groceries. No, by the way,
you think they're probably working with somebody. You're like, no, they're not just by themselves. They probably got a crew.
But then all of a sudden, what are they saying? Oh, not the right guy.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, what are we thinking now? Now people are like, shit, they don't got the right guy. They released this person. Did they act too soon? This is what happened when we saw the whole situation with Charlie Kirk, where they had someone, his ass was arrested, or they brought him in. And he's being arrested, whatever, handcuffed, detained, whatever you want to say. They bring him in, they put him in the facility, and they go, actually, no, it wasn't him. Oh, guy's still walking around. Then he gets somebody else.
Like the old guy that had no pants on.
That's
he
what
was
I'm
in his
saying.
boxers, and everyone was blaming him.
And it looked like he did it. The way that it looked like he did.
If you got no pants, you're guilty of the crime, right?
Yeah, if you got no
pants
pants
on fire.
Yeah, pants on fire, walking around.
He was done.
It don't. To
I
me,
mean, what do
that
you
don't
think?
look like you did it because like who would bring that much attention to this stuff if they did it? Like you
Yeah, but
just
he
walk
didn't
around
look
with
like
no
a proper.
pants.
But he didn't look like a very. But that's what I'm saying. Someone with no pants on is going to be someone you go, this guy's not in the right frame of mind right now.
Yeah,
walking on campus.
true.
So to me, if I saw someone with no pants on walking around and someone just shot him, I was like, yo, this guy is out of his freaking mind. He probably did it. So
Yeah.
we're looking at the situation right here.
There's no security on the campus.
They got security, but that's the thing. This whole situation to me.
They probably not battle tested, so when they hear the gunshots, they like, I don't know if I should go out there.
This is super anecdotal, but when I went to college, going through there in New York City, it was like going into prison. Like you had a lot of security guards, there was metal detectors, and until I left New York and I went to, pursued my education elsewhere and stuff like that, it's very easy just to go on to college campuses. I thought it was kind of crazy that you could just walk on. And I guess it's just sad that that's the world we live in, where you have to just lock it all down and have super strict security.
But here's the thing I want to say. When I take a look, when I take a look at the ability for someone to walk on a campus like you're saying, they walk onto campus, they're out and about doing whatever, right? And they're able to just get on very easily. You're like, anybody can come here. I feel that when you are walking onto a city campus like Pittsburgh, right? Like or NYU or whatever, those
Georgia
campuses,
State, you can just walk on there.
people are gonna be on there anyway, right? And then when you go to, I'm gonna pull some videos up in a second, some other pictures I'm gonna Google and research. When you go and you take a look at some of these places that actually have way more established campuses where it's very campus friendly. Like there's not many people on there. Stony Brook, you got to pull into a guard gate and go around. It's all big circles, whatever. When you go to a place like Pittsburgh, you go to a place like NYU, you go to a place like that, George, like you're saying, Georgia State, there's just people in and out of the campus all the time, right?
Yeah.
And they're great schools. But what I'm saying is I would prefer my kid to go to a school where it's very campus friendly. Young, everybody's on campus together. It's usually a bunch of kids and whatever, from 18, they become adults, obviously, but 18 to 22, 23, 24, whatever, living in that situation. And then when you see this kind of shit happen, you get really concerned because now they're like, we got a guy in custody. Now the guy's released. Now we got this person could be right on campus, which I would imagine that he's not, right? I mean, think about it. Would you say the guy's walking around on campus right now? Or you say the guy's long gone at this point?
Could be
It's
anything.
depending. If he's a lunatic, he might still be there. He might be planning his next attack. Who knows?
Yeah, there's that famous clip of the guy who killed the law student, his neighbor, and then he was talking about it on the news, and he was shocked that they found upon the body. You see him react in real time to him finding out.
He had long hair, right? Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, like a weirdo, and he's there telling the news how he was volunteering to search for her and everything.
In the chat right now, we're going to dive into some conversation. In the chat, do you think that this guy is long gone? I'm asking people in the chat right now. Tell me what you think. Do you think this active guy, the attacker, is long gone? When I say long gone, I'm saying out of state. Like, this guy's out of here. We talk about Charlie Kirk, same thing. The guy's gone. The Mangione, he was gone, out of state. How do these people do something like this right in the middle of broad daylight? At nighttime, daylight doesn't really matter. Well, all the cameras and everything, they do this, and then they escape. Someone else comes to prison. They're just not looking for this, right? It isn't like the cops are always looking for an active shooter the whole time on campus, right? But it's becoming that way.
It must be the campus security. They might hear the gunshots and just I'm not going over there because it's
kind of don't blame them a little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame them either, but it's just.
But that's their job.
It's their job, but
they're not trained for that.
They need to, start getting some real armed security in these campuses because
there's no way
people riding around in the golf carts. They're not trying to get in a shootout with an armed suspect.
Yeah, but okay. So here's the thing. This guy now, I'm going to pull some pictures in a second. We're going to cover a lot today. People can cover Bondi Beach in a second. The people that are in the chat right now, people that watch this later, understand that the feeling that you get as a woman when you walk around town, there's a guy looking out there looking for picking up women where I feel it's very like you can't do anything. They're helpless, right? But men, we're like, I don't give a shit, walk around here. Like we're not worried about that.
Yeah.
We're not worried about someone kidnapping us.
Nah.
Women are pickling. You worried about getting kidnapped?
I haven't had to worry about that.
All right.
That's what happens when you can bench press 300 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, you're not worried about that.
I could push them away.
Not worried about that. But women out there are, if you're in the chat right now and you're a woman in the chat, let us know. You know what it's like, right? When you feel like you're helpless out there, right? But I will tell you this, right now, when you have an active shooter or someone that's a suspect out there that's not released, and you're like, wait a second, they didn't get the right guy. Now, everybody's kind of in the same boat when it comes to the weapons. Because now we're like, this guy, they're going to do what they're going to do anyway. This guy's going to shoot, he's going to shoot. He got away with this so far, and they don't have anybody. So I find this to be very confusing. And I'm going to merge over, just so you can see in the background, people watching live. These are just some of the things that we saw. 2 students killed, 9 hurt. And now you got people coming in speaking. And like you said, James, this is an Ivy League school, right?
Yep.
This is not, and I'm not trying to say, hey, Ivy League schools should get a lot of special treatment. And everything. I'm just trying to tell you that they're not thinking that this is going to happen here. But why? It's college. Why are they thinking it's not going to happen there?
I don't know. Because it's not a problem until it's at your doorstep, right? And maybe some of these people here could have thought, oh, we're in an Ivy League school. It's never going to happen here. But that's how, famous last words, right? Like, it's not going to be a big deal. I think at some point, it's like, when do the schools become responsible for providing better security, right? Because at this point in the world we live in, it's like this stuff happens very often. And is it almost foreseeable? Like, there's a really interesting legal argument here over who owes who the duty, where, what, and how, should the school have more security to prevent this from happening, seeing how it keeps repeating? And, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, I think like everyone can agree that something has to change here at some point.
If they don't, they're just going to not have students. Nobody's going to be going to school. Everybody's going to be doing like online school. People are not going to be going to these campuses.
Yeah, so I actually have, that's interesting that you brought that up, because I have that on here to talk about today. I mean, there's so many things I want to dive into about the live update and what we know. But I want to actually pull up another piece here that I think was important for us to talk about. It's actually there we go. This is actually a really big piece that I want to talk about here. Homeschooling kids is becoming popular. Like it just becoming popular. Hey, listen, I'll be the first person to tell you, if I homeschool my kid, I'm thinking, oh, my kid's gonna be weird. And that's what you would think, right? My kid's gonna be weird. Because why do people say that? Because if I homeschool my kid, he's not around people, he's not getting the social interaction, he's not walking around, spending time with people, he's not walking to class, he's not getting picked on a little bit, see what that's like, and then you understand if you pick on someone and you realize you can't do that. Like there's these social things. When you see women, as a kid, you grow up, you see girls, you grow, you say, hey, and then you start liking girls, or you like guys, whatever the case may be that you are in school, whatever you are, man, women, whatever, girl, boy. And then you get these social attributes that you build, right?
Yeah.
Without having those social attributes, there's these little like park things. I noticed that like when you're homeschooled, they go to the park at a certain time and day. It's like, go there and so much kids are homeschooled, right? It's like, whatever. And it was kind of weird at first. But now, as you're seeing this, it's becoming more popular because people feel very comfortable knowing that their kid can get homeschooled, go to sports, not to mention, homeschool kids, by the way, I read a whole bunch of research on it, extremely smart. Homeschool kids, there's some extremely talented, smart kids. And you think in your mind, oh, you're homeschooled? It's weird. I mean, when I grew up, everyone that was homeschooled was like, that's kind of weird. But I think that's changing drastically, especially for the wealthy people that are always traveling around the world. Their kids are homeschooling. I mean, people are homeschooling. They're on boats and yachts and flights and traveling on jets. And I think that now, if your kid is homeschooled, you got less of an issue when you're worried about this kind of stuff. And I just feel like that's an important conversation. James, how do you feel about that, homeschooling your kid?
I think that it's a good conversation to have. I think that homeschooling is, if you're a wealthy person and you can afford to have somebody stay home with the kid teaching them, and that's great. But I think you have to be in a pretty established position to be able to do that. Right. I think in the formative years, it could be easier for the family. Kids get sick a lot. It has a lot more appeal now than it has a long time ago. I think a lot of the stigma around it is gone. But over here, this is college level, Ivy League college level. I don't know. There's very few parents that are probably going to be able to give an Ivy League.
Well, hey, I mean, college is a whole different situation. When you want to homeschool your college kid, I mean, that's a whole different deal. Homeschooling your college kid is like, okay, go to Brown, you're gonna do physics, all this kind of shit, and you're gonna try to be like an engineer. That's damn near impossible. I mean, not impossible.
Yeah.
But it's better to have
There's online
those
school.
instruct. Yeah, you can have online teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this. When I was in school young, I was talking in class and all this, and teacher was like, okay, Brandon, you're talking, and I was getting good grades, but they were like, we're gonna have to move your seat because you're talking a lot. And you feel bad. Like on my report card, it's like kids talking in class, right? And my kid's like, comes home, Brandon's talking in class, right? I'm like, oh yeah, no shit, I did it too. But if you're homeschooled, it's more one-on-one, special treatment.
But this might be able to segue into the next topic, but it's like when they're homeschooled, sometimes the parents put their ideas into the kids' head and the kids don't get to get out and learn other things from other people. So just like the next thing we're about to talk about, this guy having his son out there killing people.
Yeah.
When you're homeschooled and it's just you and your kids the whole time, your kids are just only going to believe your ideology, believe what you tell them, and all that you teach them all day. They don't learn from anybody else, just you. So that's a downside to it.
So, the hard part about that is, as a parent, you got to make the best decision. And your best decision is like this. Hey, I want my kid to be safe at school. Like that. We don't wake up in the morning and go, hey, I'm going to send my kid to school. I wish you were just at home all day long and never learned anything. It's like, no, I want you to go to school, be with your friends, all that, until you have an issue at school, or you have a bully in school. You know how many times I go to school, your kid gets in fights? I mean, not crazy fights, but he's getting, little altercations. My son had one about a month ago, and the kid was like, come to the bathroom. My son goes, okay, goes to the bathroom. And I told my kid, right? I don't want you fighting anybody, hitting anybody, but we all know the old school method. What is it? Old school method. We tell your kid to go to school. Somebody hits you.
Hit him back.
What are you going to do? You got to tell him something.
Yeah.
Kid like, and I told the principal, I tell my kid this. Don't go hit anybody for no reason. You don't hit your brothers. You don't hit your sisters. You don't do any of that. But if someone hits you, you can't be like, I'm just getting hit all the time. Tell the teacher. And then you're like a little rat. And then like, oh, this kid's a punk. And then also what they do, pick on you every damn day. I'm like, when you go to school, tell that kid, if he hit you, you hit him back. And you can tell him, look, I don't know why you hit me, bro. Like, I got no problem. You can voice your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So there's no beef, right? But the point is, you got to stand up for yourself. And a lot of these people right now that are at school, we don't know why someone would do this kind of stuff on Brown campus. We're going to get to Bondi Beach in a second. That could have been about Hanukkah. Could have been, like, obviously we're talking about that with the Jews and all that. But this is not,
But this is what I'm saying. A father basically brainwashing his son, because who would
on Bondi Beach?
Yeah. Who would have their son go out there and do that with them?
James.
Like, not even the DC sniper. That wasn't even his real son. He brainwashed somebody else's kid to do it. But to have your own son to come out there and do that with you?
Yeah. James, tell me this real quick. So this guy is on campus making and whatever he did here at Brown. This isn't, as far as what we've been hearing about it, isn't something that has to do with a religion, right? I mean, the Bondi Beach one does, but this is what? This is just something that happened so far.
Just seems like, a terrible act. Yeah.
A terrorist attack.
It is basically domestic terrorism,
I mean, what else can you call it? This guy's on campus shooting people.
Right. I wish we would go after these scumbags the same way we go after those Venezuelan boats.
Listen, we'll get to that too. I wish they would go after these guys like they go after you when you go through a red light, or when you go 18 miles an hour in a school zone that's 15.
Yeah.
If you go, I got multiple tickets going 21 into 15, 20 into 15, 19. 15. I'm like, I don't even know I'm even going that fast. I'm trying to go 15. I'm in a Tesla in the morning every day coming in. And if you hit the gas, it's hard to go 14. 14 is like, you can't hit the gas on it at all. Like, you're like, so, and you know how slow 14 is in a car? It's like extremely slow on a bicycle. So you get in the car and you go, literally, you're going like barely anywhere. And then you hit the gas a little bit, ticket. They chase your ass down, suspend your license. I wish they would attack this situation the same way that they're attacking people getting red light. Who in the chat right now got a red light ticket? Who in the chat right now got a ticket? You're going 20 into 15. Who got a ticket in the speed zone, in the school zone? And I'm not saying, look, I get you can't be speeding in the school zone. I'm not over here saying, hey, we should be speeding in the school zone. But what I am saying is, James, you just said it, like, we are. They need to look into this stuff a little
Yeah,
heavy.
and compared to what the president said yesterday on this, I wish he would have went in a different direction.
It was about this, right?
Yeah.
All right. So tell us your spiel on that, because you were saying
You have
that
the clip?
Trump was saying. Go ahead. Well,
Yeah,
go to that first.
You can play the clip, but like
I will.
I just think that, you know, when you're the president of this country, you're the figurehead of the country, you're like the father of the country here, right? And these are literally your kids. Maybe we should do something about it, you know? And you could still be pro-gun and change something, you know? Like, we're not politicians here. We could talk about it all day. If they want to have us in the conversation, you can invite me. I'll drive up the road to Mar-a-Lago. But like, something has to be done. And instead of just, you know, the whole thoughts and prayers thing, it doesn't work. Kids keep dying. If there's anyone we should be protecting in America more, it should be our children.
So are you saying that what he said, Trump got up there, and I'll play some of his messages in a second. Actually, let's play some of his messages because he walks up. Let's hear some of this first.
Speaking about this incident, let's take a listen.
It was a terrible attack, 11 dead, 29 badly wounded. And that was an anti-Semitic attack, obviously. And I just want to pay my respects to everybody. I must say in Syria also, we had an attack in Syria, and we had 3 great patriots terminated by bad people. And not the Syrian government, it was ISIS. Syrian government fought by our side. The new president fought by our side. But I just want to pay my respects to.
So he's talking about that first. Trump gets up there talking about that first. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then he goes into saying, James, into what you're trying to explain is he starts talking about saying that like this go real quick. What did Trump say about this situation? It has
kind
to
of like
happen.
It's just unfortunate these things happen. And I think that's like an unacceptable answer from the figurehead of the country. You know, same thing if you just look at it like as a company, you can't have the CEO say things like that. There's something we can do.
But I think a lot in the chat right now, watching live in the chat. We want to see if you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat. If you're not, then put USA or put what you got to put. I'm going to give my response to that. I think any president of the United States, when there's something happen, you don't get up there and you say, you know, that's going to happen or whatever. I think the reality is not just the president, but I think a lot of people, and it's sad, it's becoming a norm that we hear, and norm is a terrible word to put it, but it's becoming a norm, or it's becoming more like desensitized is the best way to put it, sorry, that this kind of stuff is going to happen, and it keeps happening over and over again, right? And it's not on one campus or one high school, one elementary school. It's happening, and it's happening more, it's happening more. And then it's like, hey, we'll get to the laws and the weapon laws, but a lot of these other places that they have these laws, Australia, they got different laws. We're going to talk about that in a second, Bondi Beach and what happened there. People in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat. If you're not, put USA, or put USA on top of that because you love our damn country anyway. But if you're a Trump supporter, put Trump right now. And if you're not, then put USA, put whatever you got to put in the chat. I want to know how you guys feel about it. I think, to be honest, that we are becoming extremely desensitized, right? And when I say that, and I'm going to have the messages from the president obviously talking about it, but when you put the news on today, you're like, oh, another shooting. You know, you're still going to work. Back in the day, if our parents like, there's a shooting? What? What happened? What's going on? Guess what? Nowadays, it's so normal and desensitized that I believe that when you get up and you speak about it, you're going to say what? You're going to say, there was another shooting. This kind of stuff, the message should say, this kind of stuff keeps happening, and it shouldn't keep happening, but it is. What are we going to do about it? What are the next steps we're going to take to it? And I'll say this. Republicans are like, we got to have our weapons. A lot of Democrats are going to say, take the weapons away, right? And that's where the conversation leads to is, you know, and we're going to talk about that. Let me get to that piece right now because I think I have that piece. Let me check our lower thirds right here. We're going to talk about a lot of things. Let me see if I got that real quick on the bottom of the screen. Gun control laws. How do you feel about it? I don't think the people that are committing these crimes or these attacks are people, you know, that have the right frame of mind. The people that do have the right frame of mind aren't the people doing this. So I think the people that get the weapons anyway, if Democrats say take the weapons away, Republicans say keep the weapons, I think the reality is the people are still going to get them anyway. They're still going to do these negative things. And I think the people that need them to protect themselves, it's very important that we have those weapons to protect ourselves. I just think that we need to be very careful on how these weapons are dispersed. I think the people that get these weapons should actually be responsible, more responsible, and know, hey, if you're going to get this, something happens with this, it's your ass 100%. James, what do you think about that?
I think that whether the issue you determine it to be guns or not is still later on, as opposed to you just have to start having this conversation now. And look at the talent pool that this current administration pulled from, right? You had Elon Musk coming in, flipped everything upside down. You also have Palantir with Alex Karp. You know, you could bring him in. You have all these like brilliant minds that if you wanted to just ask, well, how do you think we should solve school shootings in America? You know, let's see what comes back. And of course, the solution is going to be somewhere in the middle, right? Trying to have everyone both sides. But I think how many more kids have to keep dying at school before we do something, you know? And I'm not saying it's ban the guns, and I'm not saying let everyone have a gun either, but like it's going to be somewhere, whether schools need to up their security standards, you know? Look at how different this country was after 9/11 and the introduction of the TSA, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying every college needs an equivalent of a TSA, but something, or like use these smart people that we have that are more than willing to work with the administration, bring them in there and see what they have going on, you know?
You know, the hard part is there's so many great people out there, okay, that, you know, they participate the right way. They sign up, they get their weapon, they do the thing, do their hunting thing, they follow all the laws and regulations. They feel very comfortable that they have the weapons in their house to protect themselves. I think a lot of people feel really good about that. I know I do. I feel really good about it. And I feel really good about the people knowing that if they come in my house, they got a problem with me and they got a problem with some protection that we got.
But
the minute they take that away, though,
he has one.
The minute they take that away, though, then we got to worry about more, because we got those people going, hey, I'll just break in your house. You ain't got nothing to worry about. It doesn't matter now because we know you can't have that. And a lot of places, they got that problem. We don't got to worry about that. Realistically, what were you saying, B, about Bondi Beach?
No, I say he has his gun license. He had it for 10 years.
He was someone who was considered responsible with the weapon.
Yeah. Considered.
And so now we're going to get to Bondi Beach here in a second, because that was something that was like heroic. We got a hero out there that you know, took care of business out there. So I'm going to pull that up right now. I think we got the lower third here. Let's get right to that. Here we go. Bondi Beach attack. What we know. In the chat right now, everybody put Bondi Beach in the chat right now. I'm getting ready to pull up some clips. We're going to see this heroic event that took place. And I'll just tell you, I saw this happen. And if you haven't seen it, bunch of people shot, 12 people dead in shooting. And out there, the gun laws are different, right? Gun laws are different everywhere. Some people are not supposed to have weapons. And guess what? There's limitations. But this place, as you can see, still transpires. Let's show this real quick. Let's show what actually took place. I think I got the volume and everything. Let's listen in on this real quick. Let's take a look.
You see the man in white there running up and tackling that suspected gunman. There is a struggle, and you can see he appears to wrestle what looks like a shotgun out of that man's hands. Now, the individual in white has not at this point been identified, but local leaders are hailing what they say were extraordinary acts of personal courage by people who just jumped in at the scene. It is very likely that that man saved some lives by appearing to disarm that gunman. We know that at least 29 people were taken to hospital. Among them are 2 police
29.
officers. Authorities are saying police were on the scene and engaging in a gun battle with these shooters within just minutes. Police are also saying that they found a car linked to the killed gunman, which does appear to contain improvised explosive devices. Now, the bomb squad there in Sydney is probing that vehicle. They are looking for more clues. They are looking for more details about the motives. And Willie, a massive police investigation is now underway. But we can already say at this point that this is one of the worst gun massacres in Australian history.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or...
So listen, as you know, we just got a little clip of that. That guy was a freaking hero, bro. Like he, first off, here's what I'm thinking. You see someone, you react how you react, right? And I used to think in my mind, if someone's right there, you can grab them real quick. But you got to really be careful. You got family, right? You got kids, something can happen to you, whatever. But also, you have the police force out there watching this too. Shit's happening. You might jump out there and get that gun. Now you're pointing that gun. Someone make a mistake and think that you're the shooter, right?
Yep.
Hey, I mentioned that. Someone could think you're the shooter, and what could happen, Pick?
Then you're dead. Now you're not going home with your family.
But he realized that, so that's why he put his hands up, put the gun down.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you know how heroic you got to be to do that, knowing that you put your life on line. First off, this guy is going to do this shooter is going to do what he's going to do, right? And so, Vaughn, you were telling us real quick, who's the shooter? You said he went there with what? His dad? His son? What was the situation with that?
No, there was 2 shooters. It was a father and son duo. They were from, I don't know if they were from Pakistan, but I know their heritage is Pakistani.
And why the hell did they do that? They did this. Piccolino, you said it was what?
It was a hate crime.
A hate crime on what?
Against the Jews.
So you think it was all about attacking the Jews on Hanukkah?
What it looks like. It's terrible, yeah.
Look, I mean, listen, this is not new. This is something that's been going on for a very long time in places that we don't live in. And I'll be honest, you go to those countries over there, even places like Israel and Hamas, all this shit, this shit's going on every day. We don't know what's going on. We're over here like, what the hell? We get a school shooting. You go back to like Columbine. Remember when that first started happening around here when you're younger, like, oh shit, school shooting? Then like another one, and then another one, and another one. They're like, hey, we got those too. We got them a lot. And now people are like, damn, America's running out. America's got a lot of problems over here. That's what people are starting to say. But when I took a look at this clip, I pulled this up. I'm going to turn the sound down so people can watch us while we're actually on the live stream here. Take a look at this footage of this heroic event that takes place. And people are like, look at this guy. This guy gets out there, wrestles this dude, right? Gets the gun from him, points the gun at him. Who's the person right there? It's like, I'm helping out. Now, what this guy doesn't know, this hero has no idea that there's another shooter out there.
No, he knows because you can hear the gunshots.
Wait, no, yeah, but he doesn't know. I don't know if he knows what I'm trying to say.
Where the shooter is at?
Oh, no, that he knows who is actually. He might think that it could be cop shooting. You don't know what you're hearing right now. I know what you're saying. You're saying, look, by thinking of it, like he's got to know because he hears the sound. But if you really think about it for a second,
and the shooter is right there. You can. Right on the bridge.
They showed this other guy. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me go back to that.
That's his son.
Let me go back to that.
Bridge.
Look at this guy, man. That's the son?
Yeah.
So think about this. Let's go back. So this guy, this hero, pay attention, people. This guy attacks this guy. Boom. He's got him right there. You see on the screen. He gets this guy. Bang. Got you. Now, what you're saying is right now, you guys believe that this guy right here that's making this heroic effort knows that right over there's somebody else pointing the gun.
I don't know.
I'm saying, do you think that?
We don't know if he knows or not.
You kind of have to.
What do you think?
He might not know at this very moment right here.
I don't think he knows that.
He just had the calling and he went.
If you he doesn't tolerate a lot. You could tell.
He's not playing that shit right now.
He don't play.
He had a lot of bad days and he's not dealing with this one.
And you shooting up the Hanukkah event. He's not playing that.
He's not playing that, and I'm at Hanukkah. And then here he pulls the gun on him.
Put the volume back up real quick because we can hear it.
The individual
we can hear the
white
shooting.
has not at this point
See,
been
the shooting never stopped,
but local
and it's that
leaders
close,
are
so
hailing
you know.
what they say were extraordinary acts of personal courage by people who just jumped in
the chat right now. Everybody put hero in the chat right now. Put hero if you think this guy's a hero right now in the chat.
It is very likely.
Now watch this. He puts the gun down. That is very responsible. As you said, he puts the gun down. But then watch this.
By appearing to disarm that gunman.
That's the gunman right there, right?
Just relaxing.
Chilling in his white pants, having a good time.
And backpack.
Right? Now his backpack. Now watch this.
We know that at least 29 people were taken to hospital.
In the chat right now.
2 police
watch this.
Authorities are saying police were on the scene.
There's the son on the roof.
Engaging in a gun battle with shooters within just minutes. Police are also.
So that's the son right there on the roof protecting his dad. And why the hell on earth?
I don't think he's protecting his dad because he didn't even.
No, I'm saying, but he's like, I gotta get my dad. He sees what's going on. So the point is,
he had to see it, right?
Yeah. So the point is, now you're like, why on earth would you teach your own kid to go over here and do it? You must have so much hatred in your heart, and maybe they have a reason we don't know. To be honest, because I'm starting to think, I'm not saying that's ever right, but I'm starting to believe there's a lot more to this shit. I need to do some research because. Why would anybody do this? Yeah. I get like even like 9/11, it's bad.
Yeah. It's just extremists. People interpret things differently. So one person can read the Quran and they can see what they see or what they're taught, and then somebody else can read the Quran and what they're taught is something different, and now they're extremists. So, and he's teaching his son that.
I look at the situation and I say this: what we know on the lower third, it says, what happened, Bondi Beach attack, what we know. What we know is 2 people showed up with weapons and just started lighting people up. For any reason. It could be because I don't like your religion. I don't like you. I don't like your clothes. I don't like the way you look. I don't like, how you drive. I don't like whatever. Maybe there's, it wasn't like there was one person they were trying to get. Like, Mangione, why he's getting a lot of love from all these women in the court systems and all that, and people that are, because they thought that he did something because of a current issue, and he went after one person that he thought was causing a problem, right? Like, hey, this guy has made decisions. This position here, when you just go to a place, Bondi Beach, Australia, and start lighting people up, in broad daylight, these people really have a problem to do this. So what I'm saying is the heroic effort by this guy was commendable. But then after that, you said this, V, coming up for New Year's, Christmas, all this stuff. What's your thought process on all this stuff coming up right now?
Tread lightly. I wouldn't be in a big crowd of people, but some people don't want this to ruin, like they don't want this to restrict what they can do and things like that. So I know people are still going to be out there and watching the ball drop and everything like that, because they're going to say, we're not going to let them scare us into the house and everything like that. But I wouldn't go out.
Bro, it kind of worked on me. I don't.
Who's going out right now?
I don't want to go out and do anything then.
Who's going outside?
They do the big fireworks at Bayfront Park. I haven't gone to that in years. I'm not going.
My wife wants to go to concerts. I'm going to concerts.
And then especially fireworks and everything, you can't tell if there's firework or gunshots.
So after that Vegas one, the Vegas at the country concert,
yeah, when he was up,
dude in his hotel, this is so terrible.
Yeah. Who's going? If you're in the chat right now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for New Year's? You're going to go out to New Year's party? You're going to stay at home? You're going to go out? What are you going to do? I agree with Vaughn. I'm keeping my ass home.
Yeah,
I don't have a
family or do a little house party or something.
Yeah.
Unless the Knicks are in the playoffs, I'm not.
I got 4 kids, man. I'm keeping my ass right home. Yo, even when you do the sparklers in front of the house, I'm treading lightly here. Like this. Okay, hold the distance. Boom, boom, put it down, learn how it goes. Boom. You get burnt a little bit. Oh, you can't do that. What do you learn? When you go to the fire, back in the day, Macy's Day Parade was absolutely amazing. Macy's Day Parade, right? What a great, the atmosphere, the weather. Piccolino, we would talk about that a lot. The weather, the feeling, the change of season,
Probably
right?
Best time of the year.
Come on now.
Anywhere, like I'm hard pressed to find a better place to be than New York City in like the fall or Christmas season.
Macy's Day Parade is absolutely amazing, right?
Fall weather is amazing up there. Like people from down south don't understand how good that changes. There's a crisp. There's no humidity. It's very nice. Yeah.
Drop your states in the chat, but drop your states in the chat.
I think only Miami doesn't understand, because when you get a little bit more
Georgia,
farther, even in northern Florida, and all that, it gets cold up there.
What's going on, Miami? Miami, like little traditions off, right?
We're in our
own
world.
It's great. Hey, look, this is a Spanish playground, realistically. But at the end of the day, we're like, it's Christmas. I think a lot of wealthy areas, you go around, they got lights up, all that. I got lights up in a lot of places, but Christmas is growing here. A lot of New Yorkers are moving here, a lot from Jersey. But I think Vaughn's right. When you go to like someone like Georgia, it starts being like, even there, it's like, oh, Christmas is back. More Thanksgiving. Wow.
Yeah.
Down here, it feels a little like, damn, what's going on? It's beautiful, but it's like, hey, traditions are out the window. Maybe a Spanish tradition, but a regular tradition, I don't have none of it. when you go up north, you go to football games, like, oh, Thanksgiving, who's playing, right?
Yeah.
I ask who's playing. They're like, Ronaldo. I'm like, what? Like, it's for real. They literally tell me, I was like, who's on tonight? Ronaldo. All right, well, all right, we're not going to that house. Even though Ronaldo's a great athlete, I'm not saying he's not. He's a great soccer player, and soccer is amazing. If you look in the country, around the world, soccer is the biggest sport, right? It's everywhere. If you go around the world, they got a point. Soccer is the biggest. But when you're born and raised, north of the soccer region, go to Georgia north, right? I don't care if you're in Carolina, I don't care if you're in Virginia, I don't care if you're in DC, I don't care if you're in Pennsylvania, Ohio, all that, right? People watching football on Thanksgiving, and the weather's changing.
Yep.
Guess what? Bondi Beach has changed a lot now too, because people are scared to go places. And I
wait. So are they're supposed to? It's 7 days. No, how many days is Hanukkah? 7, right?
No more.
14.
No, they're like 8 days. 8 days.
8 days. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have 8 days on.
Wow.
Okay, so
instead of 1 day of presents,
all right, now we gotta go to ChatGPT now.
So
we don't even know Hanukkah right now. We're gonna go ChatGPT now, because we can't even decide Wow.
Obviously, you don't know Hanukkah either.
I'm saying, hey, I don't know how to spell Hanukkah. I'll be honest with you.
I'm cool with the try.
How do you spell Hanukkah? No, nobody knows how to spell Hanukkah.
You could spell with the CH
don't
in
know.
the front
Spell-
or just the HANU.
Nobody knows how to spell Hanukkah.
Spell
for you.
check ruined the game, man. I don't know how to
In the
spell
chat
anything
right
no more.
now, if you're watching live in the building, who could spell Hanukkah? Somebody put Hanukkah in the damn chat. We
They
got people
spell
coming in.
checking. They said it's 8 days.
8 days of Hanukkah. Okay, well, let me tell you something. If we got Piccolino, you're an attorney.
Yep.
Where you go to school at?
UM.
That's
The
a damn good school pick.
Yep.
I gotta call them right now and let them know, hey, my boy Pick is he's in the building, but
Cost a fortune for me to do this.
I was going to say this though.
he costs a fortune, but Hanukkah's tough for him. I don't know about
Yeah, you're making them look bad.
that. You can't spell it either.
I know, but I didn't go to UM.
You could start it with the CH. You could spell it with the CH in the front, or you put the H. It's
Vaughn didn't go to
HANUKAH.
UM. Vaughn didn't go to. Okay, Pick. All right, so in the chat. Okay. So, and it depends on how you want to say it, but let's just do it. Let's just, for the sake of the, let's do it right in the chat. Let's see. Okay, we got Hanukkah, right?
We should have all tried to spell it too.
Wow, we
before.
got 2 Ks. Hold on.
You
let's
could run
see.
it back.
Let's see.
I spelled it.
All right, we'll run it
Oh,
back.
you
We'll run
did?
it back.
All
Let's see what ChatGPT got to say. Hanukkah. Okay.
8 days.
Here it is. 8 days. This is what we're talking about. This is how you know the show got to get a little more in depth, boy. Here we go right now. Hanukkah also spelled as Pick was right with the CH. Okay. Hey, Pick. UM.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of his
Congratulations.
where I was from in Brooklyn, New York, it bordered an area of like those Orthodox Jews or even the Hasidic Jews. So I have a lot of like
Hey, Pick.
tertiary info.
Congratulations.
Yep.
I gotta backtrack my statement. The man could spell. Let's go to UM and tell them this guy got a great education. Just saying. I'll be honest. Didn't have to spell it. I never spelled it before. It's not that I never even thought about it. To be honest. I appreciate the people. They're great people. I just never had to spell it.
But look,
Yeah.
this is what I was saying about the 8 days. So if you're a real Jew, if you're a real Jewish person,
Hold on. Hold on. Let's just do this because I want to make sure that we say this correctly on the air here, V.
Yeah.
Do we just call people Jews nowadays? I mean, I don't know.
if you wanna
I
be-
Jewish.
yeah, if you're a Jew,
If you say, hey, I mean, I'm just saying. Are we calling people Jews? Are we saying, hey, this guy's a Jewish man or he's a Jew? I don't know.
people pervert a lot of things.
I wanna make sure I
it's
say it right.
No, but people pervert a lot of things, so they make things. It starts losing its meaning after a while, and it starts to become.
In the chat, guys, in the chat, do we just say Jew or do we say he's a Jewish person? Or is anybody feeling bad about this? I want to make sure I say this right. People on YouTube, somebody got a lot of problem with that.
Well,
Make sure I say it right.
technically, but I don't want to get into this because it. I
I'm
don't wanna-
to the
but
Jewish Hanukkah.
Jews. There's different. There was a different type of Jew back in the day, like
Okay.
all the way back in the day. These are
What are we saying?
Jewish people. These aren't the technically.
It's a religion. So
Yeah.
to say that they're Jewish is the same as someone calling you like a Catholic or a Christian.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just
But
like
it
the
still
way the
has a
words
connotation.
used, it can have different connotations, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
It's- But most of them, they're all just nice people.
So, hey, look, 8 days. That was a long way to get to the Jews.
No, but I was saying, like,
Go ahead.
if you are a Jew, then
Right back to it. All right, that's good. All right,
it's
Jew. Let me deal.
Hey,
No, he's
is
offended.
this a bad term to use, or did they
It can
pervert
be
it?
depending on the context.
No,
I
but yeah,
guess.
they perverted it and made it sound bad. Like this is what it is.
All right,
the
Jew.
Jews.
All right.
So I'll use Jewish because
No disrespect to the Jews.
there's no disrespect.
Hey,
But if
they're out there shooting them.
if you're a Jew and you really stand on that and would you still go to the rest of this festival, or did they cancel the festival?
That's a good question. Are people still going to? That just goes back to what we're talking about. Hey, 4th of July coming up. It's just going off everywhere. Boom, it's the grand finale. You go home, 4 people shot. Oh, I heard the finale. I know.
Yeah.
You know, that's tough.
But then like on the 4th of July, would you be like, so we're letting the holiday just get shut down? We're not doing the holiday no more? Or
My holiday's been
still,
shut down.
Are
I'm not
we
gonna lie.
still doing the holiday? I'm just saying as a collective, as a whole.
Oh, in the chat, we still celebrating holidays. We're going out and about. We're staying home.
Because then who really won?
Yeah, the shooter.
Shooters.
And
really
that,
won.
but see, that's the thing.
Shut it all down.
If you shut it down, nothing could happen. Listen, as a guy, father of 4, I shut things down. My son got his hand caught in the door the other day.
Oh,
You can't pick this shit. This shit's hard to stop, bro.
they will
you got-
find ways to lose fingers and anything.
Bro.
And
Anything, bro. I gotta hide the scissors. When I have scissors around, I got my trimmer or whatever in my bathroom. I've got in my car, drove 3 blocks, said, oh, I left the trimmer in my bathroom. Boom, back. Why? Because Oakley, I don't care if my son shaves. He wants to shave his freaking head. He can shave his head. He'll go back. If my damn daughter, you got a daughter, 3 years old, shaves her freaking head.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be sick and my wife is gonna be pissed. You left the damn razor out there? I didn't know she was gonna wake up today and go, hey, let me go shave my freaking head. You gotta worry about this kind of shit.
Oh, you have to worry about just leaving the razor on the countertop.
That's what
they
I'm
could
saying.
fillet their hands too. Never mind the hair.
You gotta be careful about everything.
Everything.
People in the chat right now talking live. So look, let's get to this next piece I want to get to because, as I'm moving on in the conversation, we talk about the homeschool thing, and I think that was a popular conversation. The gun control laws, we were getting into that. But what I want to get into is this now, okay? Campus attacks won't stop. And why I say this is they're not going to stop because it only takes one person to have a bad day or a bad night, wake up next day, oh yeah, it's on, right? You get a professor gives you a bad grade you didn't think you deserved. Or you wrote a paper, you put all your effort into that paper, and they're like, I don't like your paper. I don't give a shit if you like my paper. I put all my effort in that paper. It's my paper. Like, what makes my paper bad? In 2025, I'll be honest, if you go back in 2000, we're going back some time, Pick. You went to college. When did you go to college? When did you graduate?
Before you did.
Yeah, I know.
I graduated early in 2005.
Yeah. In college?
Yeah, I started
20 years ago.
I started in 2001.
Damn, Pick. That's a long time ago.
I know.
Hey, but we appreciate you.
So, I know.
Hey, it's a long time ago. You're feeling bad about it. You still look the same as when you were in college, actually. You look a little younger.
A couple pounds heavier.
a little heavier, but look a little younger. A little bit of money, maybe. I don't know. But at the end of the day, nowadays, everyone has an opinion. Nobody's wrong. When you get to math, you got right and wrong. But they're going to tell you on math here, my kid's in school, he didn't do that right. He got the right answer. Yeah, but he didn't go through it. I don't give a shit how you think. He got the right answer. That's the whole point, right? Like, you got the right answer.
How is 1 times anything that number? Like, how is 1 times 1 1?
Oh, we're doing some TI math.
Yeah, like no,
because it's
TI
one.
math.
Because what Vaughn is saying is because it's 21 times.
Oh, what's that other actor?
What do you mean, Vic?
From the Avengers.
You got 21 times, or you can say I got 21 one time. So that's easy, right? They, again, didn't go to UM, but we love and appreciate it.
No, the way you said that was good.
You like that, right?
Yeah,
okay, now, so guys in the chat, you know what I'm talking about? What's your favorite subject in the chat? Tell us your favorite subject. Math, history, science, gym class. Some people in there in gym class. My mom told me a story, said they were rolling around. And one time she got kicked out of class one time, and she sent him over to, I'm not going to hate on anybody. She sent him to the special ed class for a day. She got in trouble. Her and her cousin, not going to say her name. They got in trouble in class. I'll say it. Tammy. They got in trouble, right? One of them, Tabitha, one of them, they got in trouble. And they sent him over to you're gonna be in this class for the rest of the day. Or for the gym class.
That's the Scared Straight program.
I was told, hey, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not hating on nobody in the chat. But they sent her over there because you want to act up in class, you're not listening when you're not talking, whatever she was doing.
Yeah.
And they were just rolling around for the whole period. Yeah. They just went in court and they just rolled around. She was like, what am I doing? Nothing, just roll. All right, what are we doing? They're just rolling. Yeah. And everything's different.
When you think you're crazy and then they put you in front of somebody that's crazy, you decide to tighten up.
Fix it up.
Like, all right,
hey, okay.
Maybe I'm not that crazy.
Pick, you rolling around in class?
Was I rolling around in class?
Hey, I'm just saying, we know what class you're in. Some people do different things in class. I'm not hating on anybody, but I'll tell you this much. Why I said that was because it takes one person to have a bad day. And if they send you that class, hey, I don't like the teacher now. You know how someone has a bad first period and then you come in class like, what's going on? Like, oh, not this. Just had a first period was bad. Teacher didn't like first period. Second period, here comes Brandon and Vaughn coming in. We got a lot to talk about in class. And they're like, listen, I had a long first period. But they're not warning you about that. You just show up, you know what I'm saying, have a good time. You're like, hey, you're talking, we're gonna kick your ass out of class. You're like, whoa, I just got one warning. What's going on here? Had a long first period, had a long homeroom period. Now people have bad days, okay? In 2025, if you read a paper, I might look at your paper and say, oh, I like how you worded that. I might not like how the UM graduate did it. I might like how you did it. And because of that, it's like no right or wrong answer. So if I give you a C and Piccolino gets an A for going to that school, we love what he did, and now you show up and you got bad blood, V, shit can get bad. That's all I'm saying. It could be one stupid thing. It could be a dating situation, right? Campus attacks are happening. It could be a transgender situation.
So is it too much pressure, like society? Like too much pressure on society to like live and just function nowadays that people are just cracking.
I think that's a lot of it. I think there's a lot of pressure on people today. I think whether it's the dating scene, it's the financial scene, it's how good your grades scene, it's are you embarrassed, it's how you dress, what are you doing? I think people get embarrassed and they don't know how to handle certain situations. And when they don't know how to handle certain situations, you have attacks. Used to be fist fights. Used to be, hey, you get hit with something. Now it's like, okay, I'm gonna
kill the whole school.
I'm going back to the house and get what I got to get. And that's a problem. And that's happening more and more. And you're finding out later on what happened. The problem is, in a lot of these attacks, the freaking person, the suspect, he ends up losing his life too, or her life too. I say his life because usually I don't know any women doing campus attacks. I don't think I even know a campus woman attack. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know a man. I know transgenders. I don't know many women out there. In the chat right now, are we seeing any women do campus attacks? Yes or no? In the chat, yes or no? Campus attacks, yes or no? Are there any women out there? Roger, how you feeling about that? And here's the thing. When I take a look at this conversation we're having, it's really good. Later for uploads, people watching live right now, people watching later, YouTube's gonna start pushing our shit everywhere. It started running up, and it depends on what we're talking about. YouTube will show it and not push it because of we're talking shootings, gun control, all that. They will suppress it and whatever. And then later on, they'll let it do its thing. But my thing is this. I strongly feel that this is not going away. There's too many demands, too much pressure to be perfect. Social media, AI technology. You can create stuff, people making fun of you, poking at you, who you date, maybe your relationship, or maybe your girlfriend cheated on you with this person, or maybe you're the star football player and she cheated on you with the guy from the, whatever team. And you're like, and they're like making fun of you, or like, oh my God, da, da, da. And now, what do you do now? Right? Now you go to school and you can't take it anymore.
So this is, if you get cheated on, you delete social media and you hit the gym. That's what you do.
Uh-oh.
Right? You get out there and go. We'll have a whole relationship show and we'll give
we got to do
relationship
that.
advice.
But it's easy to give that advice, but everybody's brain functions so different. It's like even if you give people logic and everything or whatever you think is logic, it doesn't process like that for a lot of people.
In the chat right now, who's in a relationship? Single or married? In the chat, dating? Let us know in the chat. We're going to do a lot of that. We start moving into the conversation, people, all the stuff going on. We got a lot of some of the TMZ type gossip coming into the show. I know a lot of people like to talk about that, but we're going to bring that up.
I got a question for you guys. And so if you, depending on the numbers, there's been since like 2020, does it turn to 2000, some of the year 2000 now, there's been about a couple hundred school shootings, right? Depending on the data. So like at what point does it become a priority? When does it become a priority for protecting kids going to school?
Unless this is an agenda to
keep people out of school?
Yeah, like do something with
different.
Yeah, you know how like people
I'm not against
conspiracy theory people think it's like they're trying to usher in like martial law and stuff like that. So it's like maybe.
And I'll tell you this too,
they got to keep this going.
But like before I had a kid, I didn't care about it as much. And like even when she started her own school, it was like a concern,
But I can care less. Here's the thing. I can care less nowadays. My kid's in school or at home. To me, it's the same. My kid learned to go to school. He's going to get a job. It don't matter. Back in the day, where'd you go to school at? Unless you're going to be if you're a surgeon or, whatever, attorney you're going to become, whatever. I mean, realistically, who go to school for what nowadays in college? I think, I'm not knocking college. I think college is great. I went to college, double major. I think it's great. But the problem is, I don't think it's necessary now to get up and apply and pay $100,000 or more or $200,000 for education and grad school and this and that. I got friends in $300,000, $400,000 in education. You ain't paying that shit back. You got to get out and you got to make $1 million a year. You're not paying that shit back ever. So the point is, I feel like right now, the importance of going to school, high school is important. But whether how you're doing it, homeschool or not, I don't think that's important anymore. I think what's important is that next step, college, it's your learning curve. Are you mentoring? Are you going to go do on job site training? These tech schools, we like talk about it. People go to tech schools, they get out and they have jobs making money right away. I got friends making $50,000 to $80,000 first year out of freaking high school.
And it's good networking.
Yeah, but they're doing shit in school. They're doing like tech classes, automotive, all that. Then they go to school 1 year. Universal Tech, I worked that guy's making $100,000 a year. I'm in college next 4 or 5 years to get out making $40,000, trying to argue with, I got a better resume. You got a better resume. I went to the same school as you. You got 500 applicants for the same position. Meanwhile, this guy went tech school, he's working at freaking Mazda, working on cars, making like $80,000 a year. It's like, it's a joke. Realistically, I think that shit's kind of, and I'm not knocking people that go to college. I mean, I did, it was great. But the reality is, there's just a lot of stuff that we got to take in. And today, obviously, people joining us today on the show. We had a lot to talk about. If you're watching live, make sure you smack the like button. Make sure you subscribe. All the stuff, clips from the show, we uploaded later today on the show. It's going to be absolutely amazing. All the new people joining our show, we are getting ready to see all the expansions of it actually going out through YouTube. We are seeing that you guys have made this great. You guys have made this wonderful. Let me tell you something real quick before we get off today. Every one of you that's watching live right now, when we get off the show, all your messages, I want you to understand something, because YouTube is now pushing us different direction. You can go back and look at the videos later. You'll see they're going sporadic, 10, 20,000 views, 30,000 views. All this stuff goes after the show because YouTube is learning how to maneuver our video. It's maneuvering our uploads, our live streams. We're breaking through the cracking down here of how they start pushing us onto home pages. So now they are doing it in uploads, but on the live stream, it's only sending out just basic people that are on the show, that are subscribed to the show. So you guys are extremely important for after the show to make sure when we get done that you hit the like button and you subscribe. And all you beautiful people in here, Lala, how you feeling? Everyone, you, Nathan, Jeff Lee, Andrew, RB, you guys have MVP. Listen, I need all you beautiful people when we go off the show to make sure those comments, those uploads, you guys are in the group chat. If you want to be added to the group chat, put your Instagram in the chat right now. Leola, put it in the chat right now. We want to add you to the group chat. There's so many great things coming to our show. We look forward to having you and all the uploads that'll be going out all week long, heading into Christmas season and into January. We have a lot of amazing changes coming to the show. You're going to see Vaughn, myself, James, all on the screen at the same time, battling out a conversation. It's going to get great. We're going to be able to get on and give our 2 cents. James, law school, so maybe give 3 cents. Not really sure. Vaughn didn't go to law school, so Vaughn's going to give 50 cents. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a lot.
Hey, 50 cents doing a lot of good things.
2 cents, 3 cents, 50 cents.
You heard that. Vaughn picked it up. Vaughn picked up what I'm putting down. 50 Cent out there doing some shit, right? Netflix, you can take it how you want it. But at the end of the day, people in the chat, we're going to be up on the screen, all 3 of us battling out conversation. And if they start winning the conversation, I'll just mute their mics. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't hear shit. In the building right now. We love and appreciate everybody right now. Vaughn, salute these people because we had a great day today. James, say bye to these people. We love and appreciate it. Come on our show every day at 10 a.m. There's going to be a lot more people joining in and all the uploads. Roger, Jeff Lee as well. We greatly appreciate you. Everybody, Brittany's in the chat right now. Everybody, if you're watching live, social media, we're going to start popping those up on the live stream as well. We have a lot of great things that we're going to add to the show, and I just can't wait to do that. And I have my Giants helmet coming. I have Jets up here just because, New York. But I just want to put it there. They suck. We know that. Giants suck too. But hey, like them more. We'll put it in the chat right now. And by the way, if they find Steve Walker, they didn't find Steve Walker yet. Waiting on Steve Walker, stole my cologne. We're looking for him, boy.
Oh, I was about to say, who is that?
Stole my cologne. We're not forgetting about that, James.
Hey, you might have to leave that alone, man. You see what's happening, you might send that man back to prison.
Yeah, matter of fact, let's just stay where we are right now. People in the building right now. But if he does show up though, bare knuckles part and whatever, we can even do MMA. We can do whatever we want to do. A little jiu-jitsu. Don't matter. I'm throwing it out there. I've been trying to do that. I just want to know if he stole my cologne or not. That's all.
I'm gonna find him.
People in the chat.
What's his name again?
Steve Walker. And by the way, if you guys are watching live in the building right now, we are also going to start our merch. I've been saying this for a long time. We got to get the merch going. We're going to have some slogans on the building. You guys are going to love that. So greatly appreciate all you beautiful people. Make sure you do that. When we sign off right now, smack the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Join our freaking show. We love having you here and all the uploads. Your messages are more important than you understand. Your messages and your comments and the likes after the show. Let's get this thing running up. Uploads are going up. Next is going to be the live streams. Rock 'em on. All love the beautiful people. See all of you guys tomorrow morning live in the building. And before you go, don't forget to go pick up your Black Crest stuff. Let me tell you, get your Black Crest gear before Christmas. I got my jacket on again. I wear it every damn day. It's great. Make sure you get your Black Crest gear. It's amazing. It's comfortable. Blackcrest.com. Go out there and pick it up. Use Brandon25 as your discount code. We had a bunch of orders coming in. People in the chat right now. You're going to lose that discount code if you don't go do it. Brandon25, Blackcrest.com. Go get out there and do that. We saw you beautiful people here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Get here early. Everybody's in the chat right now. Come at 9:50. Come at 9:45. We're on the chat talking. All love to you. See all the beautiful people tomorrow morning, and I'll close those out. Pippa Mama, love and appreciate you. See all you guys soon.